Is my microphone working this time? Okay, there we go. I hope everything's working. Everything was disconnected a second ago. Alright, that should be okay. And my headphones are also like a little non-cooperative today, so if there's any like audio problems or anything, just let me know in chat or something. I'm not expecting like people, or I probably won't. I don't think I'll stream for that long today anyway. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're working on this little animation, mostly for myself. But I think it's pretty cute so far. I'll show you. Let's play it. So there's some, stiffness here and there that we'll hopefully fix as we go on, but it's pretty cute. That's what we'll be doing, and kind of on lines and stuff now. I did. Oops. That's what it is. Okay. Oops. This one? Okay. This month really came and went. It's already the 19th, I think. I've just been like measuring the days, like this month, as in how far away is Monster Hunter. I think is like a decent way of tracking. I know keypad is not connected. Majima Pirates, the Gaiden is coming out in a couple days, and I tried the demo. It's actually like super fun. I didn't like expect it to not be fun. But it's like I didn't think it would be so like immediate. It really feels like that's Judgment 3, right? Like the combat's just so smooth. I don't think I'll be. What is going on here? Yeah, like I've been seeing I try not to look at anything because I usually end up playing like every or going through every RPG game. But I think like one of the first ones I saw was like the headline, like 1 week till peak or something. So I've been trying not to look at like in-depth reviews or anything that really previews the game because I know I'll play it. But I've been hearing like really good things about it. And the demo is really fun. I didn't expect them to do as much as they did in the demo, like playing the like the ship battles, which I was really bad at. I feel like, am I using the wrong pen? What's going on? This But yeah, we recently finished Infinite Wealth, playing Infinite Wealth. That's pretty good. It's really funny. The writing was really funny. But it's kind of sad to be caught up on RGG games. I like there was always something to look forward to and play, but yeah, I think I'm all, except for, Majima, which hasn't come out yet. I'm caught up. Oh, except I haven't done the DLC for Lost Judgment, the Kaito, like sub-story, like the Kaito side. It's not even a side thing, it's like a whole DLC. But I heard it's really, really good. So I want to, it's just like, I think I bought it for PS4 and it ended up being the wrong like language version, or like the wrong, I think I bought like the one on like the Asia PSN store, and so it doesn't work with my copy, so I couldn't play it. But I don't know, I think I still have to figure it out. Oh hi, yeah, I remember you. My microphone's in the way. But I'm excited for Wild. It'll be my first time playing a Monster Hunter as it releases. I think that'll be really fun, like kind of figuring out like all the monsters as they come out, and like figuring things out as with everyone as it goes on. Kind of, because I've always played Monster Hunters like way after they came out, so it was always a thing of like, oh, you can just wait until you get this weapon, just use it on that guy because like this weapon will be really good, or stuff like that. So it's like, it was always kind of, it was like sort of defeated the like not the purpose, but I could just not try things out because like, oh, you can just get this one really good weapon from the start and just use that until you get to master rank or something. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter is really fun. I think when you first start playing it, it's quite difficult. Like there's a bit of a learning curve if you're not used to how it works, because I think when you watch it, you think you'll move a lot faster than you do in game, because it's quite slow. It's like kind of very you have to like really think about how to fight a monster and how to like, you have to really commit to your movements. But once you get the hang of it, I think it's really fun. It's just like boss battles the game. But yeah, it is quite a time sink. Like you'll get sucked in really fast. It is fun though. And this is not pixel art. I am just using a pixel brush because once I get to the other the next like phases of this, like coloring, it makes it a lot easier to not use kind of softer brushes that you would normally use in illustration. So I'm just using a pixelated brush. This is not really like pixel art. Yeah, kind of, because every like the bulk of the gameplay is you go in and then you just hunt, you just fight one monster, and then you keep going until one of you is down, either you or the monster. And so it is like, yeah, it's basically like a boss battles the game. I started playing it, like, I'm a fairly new Monster Hunter fan, but I started playing it, like, I picked up Rise first because it was on sale, but I picked it up right after I finished going through the Dark Souls games for the first time, because I finished Dark Souls 3 and I was just on this on such a rush of like, oh, I want to fight more guys. Like, what's a game that'll let me just fight guys? I just want to do like a big fight. And then I was like, oh yeah, Monster Hunter, like, I'll do that. And then I tried it, and I have a couple friends that are really into it that kind of taught me how to play and like what to do, and like how, like, a lot of tips. And like, oh, do this to get this weapon, or like, oh, you try this weapon, here's how this weapon works, like, you'll like this weapon. So it was really helpful to know someone that was also really into it. And I think that's the same for like Dark Souls 2, or like FromSoft games. I think they're really fun and rewarding, but I think if you don't really know how to play them, and you don't know how to get help, or like find the correct kind of advice for a game like that, it can be a challenge. So I understand why people are like, oh, those games are too hard, or like, I don't have the patience for it, so I don't think I'll enjoy them. But I'm a huge fan of those kinds of difficult boss battle games, and I consider myself to be pretty bad at video games. But it's really fun for me, so I hope you get to try it sometime. It is definitely, I do think, something that you do need to set some time aside for play. And then like once you get the hang of it, then it could be a little bit more casual, like, oh, I just want to hunt one guy, so I'll boot it up and play, for a bit. But I think once you start, you'll just kind of get addicted to it. The backlog grows ever larger. Yeah. What would be the next one? Like spring? I mean, Capcom usually does huge sales kind of on the regular anyway. So I don't think if you want to play one of the older ones, like Wilds will take a while to be on sale, and people are just going to be getting it on launch anyway. But if you want to play one of the older ones, like Rise or World, and you can get, like, the sales are pretty big, and they're pretty frequent. So I'm sure you'll be able to get it on sale soon, hopefully. But yeah, because I know that Monster Hunter is coming out soon, I have been kind of holding back on other games that I want to play, because I think, like, oh, well, if I start this now, like, as soon as, the last day of February comes, I'm just going to be playing that. And so, like, I'll forget, I won't be able to get back to this game, and I'll forget where I stopped, and, like all the progress. So I've been holding back, but I'm just like, I want to play this game. I'm not really. I don't think I'm one of those types of people that can play, multiple games at once. Um, I'm always that kind of person who, like, if I start up a different game, I will use the controls of the other game, like muscle memory sort of thing. Like, oh, if you in this game that you like click the stick to sprint, but in the other game you press like R1 or something, like I'll do the other thing. Yeah, like so it's always just more trouble for me to play two games. Well, right. Yeah, you get it. But I think I'm also like one of those, oh, I have to be in the right mood to play the certain game. Like, oh, I'm not in an RPG mood right now, so. But I know, another thing, I guess because everything's just about Monster Hunter now. Um, my friends and I have been trying to clear parts of our backlog to make space to download Monster Hunter because I don't remember if they said how big like the file size was going to be for it, but either way, like most games nowadays are just they're like huge. So we kind of have to make space anyway, like even if WoW isn't that big or we have the space anyway, it's like you're gonna have to clear things out one way or another, so we have to like uninstall some games. It's just been like a rush into the rush. There's a bit too much. Right? Like, I think, what was it? There was was it Dynasty Warriors or something? There was like a game where I was playing the demo for it, just the demo, and the demo was a massive file size. And I mean, I guess maybe it's because they downloaded like a lot of other assets or like all the assets of the game. So if you buy it, then you don't have to spend that much more time installing stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe. I don't really know how that stuff works. But I mean, yeah, it's like we're at the point where like now demos are just massive. Just And yeah, once the game releases, like that's all VTubers are gonna be playing for at least a month, I think. Oopsie. And I don't really like. I don't play it. I know people that do, but I don't play Magic. Like Magic the card game at all. But I just my Twitter and everything is just full of people talking about the decks, the like Final Fantasy decks that just got announced. They look really cool, but I was just like reading the card descriptions and I don't understand any of them. But they're cool. I actually I remember the Titus one, like the Final Fantasy X one, and it's not just because like it's more like anime art, but I think the art for it is really really nice, and I think the other ones are a little too serious and a little too dark. Like color scheme wise, they all kind of look cloudy. Haha, cloudy. That's Yu-Gi-Oh, isn't it? Pot of Greed is Yu-Gi-Oh, or like, do they have the same sort of thing? Oh, oopsie. Yeah, I think, yeah, Pot of Greed is Yu-Gi-Oh. And then it was, like, banned. So they use it in the anime a lot, but I think you can't really use it in tournaments because it's super like, OP, or like, because it lets you just draw 2 cards, and so that's kind of crazy. I try so hard not to get into Pokemon TCG. I have a couple Pokemon cards. Like, I mean, when they first came out when I was a kid, like, yeah, I collected them and like tried to play. I'm not very good at like card game rules. Kind of go over my head a lot. But I like now today I have a few individual Pokemon cards, just of like Pokemon I like, and they're not like super expensive ones. They're just ones that I like the illustration or I like the Pokemon or both. Just to like look at, just to like enjoy the illustration. And I try really hard not to get into any collecting, because I know how intense Pokemon TCG gets, collecting wise. It is of my layers. Right, yeah. I think there's a lot of people who don't really like play the actual card game, but they just collect the cards because they're cute, or like the illustration's really nice, which is true. And there's people that do both. I think it's tough because you have to find people to play it with, right? Like, it's a in-person thing. And I know, like, it's quite social, and I think if that's tough for you, like, it would be tough for me. You know, it's quite a social kind of hobby. I did a lot of collecting for the One Piece card game, especially when it first came out. So I have a bunch of cards. I have a couple decks that I made. Mostly just based on characters I like leaders wise. I haven't done it in a while, mostly because I'm not caught up with the manga, and then they started releasing decks and characters pertaining to the parts that I haven't caught up to yet. So I was like, oh, I can't look at this deck yet. And then since then, I haven't gotten a lot, but it's probably okay because card collecting can be a lot. Although like the boosters and stuff themselves, they're only like a couple dollars or a couple hundred yen, whatever. So it's like it's it's the fun of it, like quote unquote the gamble. Yeah, I know. I didn't play the app because I knew like, oh, this might get me like really into it. But I know a lot of people who it's like the calibration of my tablet is like off or something, a little off. Did the app or like continue to play the online, like the app version? And I've heard really, really good things about it. And I've seen some stuff like picking the booster packs and the Wonder picks and stuff, and it seems really fun. But yeah, IRL, I would think like that's difficult for some people, or that's how some people like they're okay with doing that, but past it, it's like that's it. Like, oh, I can play the game, but then I can't really like. It's hard for me to talk to them after, and I totally get that. But I think like I couldn't do that. I would just be like embarrassed to like lose, but then I would also feel bad if I destroyed someone in a card game and this was like, yeah, okay, bye. Okay. I'll just Why did I do this to myself? That looks fine. Draw a bunch of ruffles and frills today. Be doing this a lot. actually looking pretty decent. Okay. Thank you. They're just, it can be a pain to draw sometimes. That seems awfully high up. Get rid of some of these lines, I think, or make them let's just change them around a bit. So I'm trying to not concern myself too much with like the consistency of the skirts. But I want them to at least, look good. I think I can pull it all down. Come on. Okay. So select everything. I considered drawing skirts entirely on their own layer, but like I said, I'm trying not to concern myself too much with them, because I know I will go crazy if I don't have like, I guess a deadline per se, but like I said it on my Twitter that I was doing this as like a birthday gift to myself. I'll see if I can finish by then. Probably not. Or maybe this part is kind of the most tedious, doing all the lines and making sure they're good, and colors can be dropped in pretty fast, I think. Okay. There's some details I haven't quite figured out how to do yet. Like these little like ribbons that I did on the leg, and the ribbon around the waist. So I think I might do that at the end. Doing all these little details kind of on a different, oopsie, I forgot something. Different layer and with different color, because we can just kind of change those individual lines. Cheat. Yeah, sure. Couple more. Okay. Saving. I'm remembering to save so much this time. Oh, this is the same. Alright. We're not too far off. We're just finicky. Keep a little bit organized. Sun is shining through my window and it's really nice, but I keep hearing about cold fronts that are supposed to be coming in and how cold it's supposed to be this week, but it seems so nice right now. My autosave is like set up for like every 15 minutes, I think. So it's not that bad. And it's not that I don't trust it. It's just, it doesn't. I think the way, at least my version of Clip Studio's autosave works is, it doesn't really like Control S save it and autosave. It means like if your program crashes, the next time you load it up, there'll be like a auto-saved version of it available that gets reloaded, so you can get it back. But it's not like the file has been saved, because like when you open it up again and you get that auto-saved version, you have to save it manually yourself. It's like a temporary file. I don't know if that's changed in the newer version because I think I have a very old version. The sunbeam is not quite far enough that it hits me, but if it did, I would be asleep. Pretending I know how to draw hands. The nice thing about animating is not everything has to be perfect or even good sometimes. I mean, it should be good, but like, you know what I mean? Because some things just show up for, fractions of seconds. It's like, it's okay if one finger doesn't look perfect, because who's gonna see it? Me, I'm gonna see it. Just working on frames of an animation. It's going like okay, I think. We're getting there. I'll show it again. Okay, that's fine. Actually, let's do it with the camera motion. It's very like slight. There's like a slight kind of zoom and pan going on, but it makes it look a little better. Well, I mean, that used to be a thing that was pretty like popular online, where people would just take, they would like pause an anime at a certain point, and it would just be like an in-between frame, or just, the regular animation. That's how animation works. People would be like, oh my gosh, the drawings are so bad. Like, the animation's so bad. Like, the quality. And it's like, you're not supposed to look at, like, you're not supposed to be seeing, the keyframes are keyframes. No, I'm not really expressing myself right. It's like, yeah, there's things that are meant to stay in your vision and things that are meant to help your brain put those images together. But I mean, this is not really like a ton of frames. There's not like a ton of I have that luxury of, oh, I can make sure all the in-betweens look really nice. But this is also, I've been working on this for a bit, not too long, like a day and a half, and it is just at 2 seconds. like that's animation. This is 2 seconds. Thank you. I think it's pretty cute. So lines, we don't have that much, but we're getting there. Thank you. Hello. Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but like there are a lot of like clips that I want to do and upload, but they're also a lot of work, even though there's less, quote unquote animating to do. Just because sometimes I just want to do something that is more animation rather than like an animatic kind of thing, like a clip. But I have like so many in progress clips that I need to get out. Stuff keeps coming up. Yeah, see, like that's not great, but will we notice it? I'm drawing me, I guess, question mark, or like, I mean, I'm not like a VTuber in the sense of like I have a character and persona that I'm needs to be like protected and believed in a certain way, but like it is me, Alley Cat, Alley, so like my character, my persona, I guess. It's kind of more so that I like having a subject to draw that I can kind of do all the time that doesn't necessarily have to be fan art, or I don't really need to worry about interpretation or misinterpretation, or any kind of, I don't want to say pesky, but like oopsie rules, or those sorts of things, like, oh, I want to do something like this, but I don't think that really fits the character or like the VTuber or whatever that I want to do fan art for. And I do kind of just want to have stuff to show that isn't just fan art or something that I think it's not good to have a lot of fan art, because that's kind of how a lot of people do get hired nowadays for like projects. Like, you post stuff online and people like it. They're like, hey, do you want to work on this for us? But yeah, like when you, like you're yeah, exactly, the source of material is yourself, basically. Like I can just kind of do what I want. And I am not very good at making like original characters and stuff. Like I know people that have, tons of OCs and have like a bunch of like original character lore and stories and character designs and stuff, but I'm just like not good at that. I think I'm never really satisfied with design or something if I try to make one. Like I have to like really, really put a lot of time and work into it until I feel satisfied. Like even in character creation kind of stuff, like if I play D&D, like it has to be like, okay, if we're gonna do a campaign, you need to tell me like a month in advance so I can make a character and figure them out. And then there's people that just have tons and tons and tons of their own OCs, and I just can't. I'm just not good at that. I think I'm like jealous. I wish I could do that, or they can just do like original designs for every illustration. Like a lot of artists I follow and I like, every holiday, for example, they'll draw like a new holiday illustration and it'll be like a really cute character, really cute design, a really cute dress that the character's wearing. And I'm just like, how did you do that? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, deciding on names, because like that's even worse for me, I think, because I can come up with a nice look or appearance or design or clothes, and I'm just like, okay, well, what are they going to be called? They can't be called something like really uncool, but then what is uncool, right? And then it's, the names stick, so even if maybe like there's characters where like if the name doesn't match or it doesn't, right, like what you were saying, like they feel like it feels like it has to match them. Yeah. Oh yeah, I am so there with you. Like my Animal Crossing, when they tell you, yeah, no, I was safe. So there. Like name your island. And then, oh man, if you're naming something that you're sharing with someone, like an Animal Crossing island, for example, or something, and you're just like, oh no. Like, is everyone else gonna like this? Is anyone gonna get this if I make a reference to something? It's just so bad. Like, and then there's always like the games where, or maybe not, yeah, games or like accounts where it takes me so long to choose if I want to be, myself or like a character, or like make a character for that game that I'm playing. Like, like back to Monster Hunter, for example, like, oh, do I want to have my hunter be like Allie, or do I want my hunter to be like their own character that like is in like someone else or something? Yeah, right. yeah. Do you want to be like self-insert? Like, is this the game that's kind of the self-insert game, or do you want to be like play as a character with like a certain kind of like their own kind of identity? I mean, I'm jealous. I wish I was kind of lenient on names and designs and stuff, but like I am just sad. FF14 was really like, that one was really big for me. It was just like, okay, if I'm playing this game, like my Warrior of Light has to be like it's a character and they've got a personality and they've got a look, and I'm glamming every outfit to fit that. And then when I play, like I haven't played in a while because I'm just too busy to be subbed, or other things. Like I'm playing other games. But when I play online with my friends and we're on voice chat, like, doing like a raid or whatever, people will call me by my character's name and not like, oh, Allie, go to the like clock positions, whatever. They're like, oh, Yoroi, like you need to go like north. So they don't call me. They don't give me like advice or like orders or whatever by my name. They say my character's name. Well, I think it's not necessarily like I totally get that, like a self-esteem thing of like, oh, am I cool enough to be the protagonist? But I think it's more like you are the player that is playing the game. Like for like Pokemon, for example, like I usually just name myself in Pokemon. Like I don't really be a character, a different kind of character if I'm playing like Pokemon, because like that's me playing Pokemon, that's me playing Animal Crossing, whatever. But if it's like Final Fantasy 14, it's not me that's the Warrior of Light, it's the character that I want to be. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's not like how I see it. I just see it as like myself playing the game, or is the protagonist, the player character, a character, or is it me? Yeah, no, for like I feel all of this. Right, like the design and the name. And then if it's a game where like you just keep changing clothes, it's like, oh, I like this armor or like this look, but it doesn't really fit my character, so I don't think I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I think it's pretty dependent on the game. Like FromSoft games, that is kind of like a character for me, like, but for FromSoft games, I always name my file or like my character something very specific. So, oh, I don't remember what my Bloodborne one was, but I know Elden Ring, like, I don't give them names, I give them like titles or like ways of addressing. So for example, like my Elden Ring file, my character's name is like Little One, because I wanted I like that a lot of like FromSoft characters and bosses and things in the world are huge, and I like the idea of like my Tarnished being like a really powerful like warrior or fighter, but they were really, really small in comparison to everyone else. So I was just like, oh, I would really like it if like these big characters, like Blide called me like, oh, Little One or something. So that's why I named that, like my file that, rather than like a name. But like, oh, I don't remember any of my other ones, but they're like titles or like ways of addressing, like pet names or something that aren't names. I don't really see myself in Pokemon either. If I wanted to, I would totally name my character either something stupid or my online. Yeah, like I'll use like my online names or my personas or something like that. But usually, yeah, I think it's really just dependent on the game for me. Yeah, like a farming sim would be me, but an action game would be a character. Oh, yeah, naming your Pokemon on your team is like a whole different story. Yeah, when you get to name like your little friends, like little guys in any game, like that is a whole different level, because it's like naming your dog, like naming a pet, where it's just like, yeah, no, right, it has to match, or do you want it to be something cute and funny, or do you want it to be like a serious kind of name or something cool, or like a reference like to another character, or like your pet in real life. I think like for Pokemon and other pet type creatures like Palicos and stuff, I always kind of it's always dependent on them. Like, do I need Like, does this Pokemon look like he's got a funny name, or is he really serious and cool? Or yeah, sometimes I just kind of name them on like the basis of what they are. Yeah, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's just like you look at them and you're like, you catch a Pokemon and you're like, you're named this. Or sometimes I just don't name them if I can't come up with anything. Yeah, like if it's a Pokemon that I really like or one that I want to keep on my, like I know I want to keep on my main team, then I get really serious about like, oh, what is your name gonna be? I think in Scarlet and Violet, I ended up kind of naming everyone based on heroes and types of heroes. Like I had like a low kicks that I named 01 because he looked like a Common Rider, like Common Rider 0. So like even when I do like reference-based names, I kind of change them or do it just based on it, not really like that specific character or reference name. Yeah, like you can't change. Or then sometimes you sort of feel bad changing them if they're just like a normal, not weird in any kind of way nickname. But it's like, oh, what if you were named after someone? Like, what if you were named after like an ex-girlfriend or something? Oliver, that's so cute. I think that's super cute. That's a really good name for your, Rowlet line. I mean, that's good naming sense, I think. But yeah, I tend to do nicknames based on like what that theme of the Pokemon is. Or like, like if they're supposed to be an archer. I remember when I bought a used copy of Pokemon White, I transferred all the previous owner's Pokemon somewhere else to preserve them. Like I felt like I had to continue taking care of them. Oh, that's sweet. But no, I totally get it. Like these guys were like meant something to someone. Right? It's like that Toy Story effect of, they're not sentient, but you feel like you have to protect them, or there's some sentimentality in it. And I just said Toy Story, but I think what is it? Bluey had a pretty good episode on that stuff too, where it's like, they have too many toys, so the dad is like, okay, we need to throw some out or donate some, and they can't pick any. And it's like, I think the lesson or like the takeaway was like, you can still hold on to those memories and the good times and how much you enjoyed having something, but if you're not, it's just Toy Story 3. Like, if you're not enjoying it at the moment now, like someone else out there could be. Wow, a shiny melodic. A month, wow. That's cute. think shiny hunting is the thing that I guess, would I say impatient? It's more like I'm too afraid of losing it, of like the the chance that you miss it, or like you don't end up catching it, or they run away before you can catch it or something, and that frightens me. Oh no. Yeah, like that would just hurt me too much. Wait, no, I'm not doing it that way. I get really happy for people when they find, a shiny of their fave, or like one that they've been shiny hunting for like a month. They get it, but I don't think I could do that to myself. I think I would just be so miserable. I know everyone's got their opinions on certain shinies, but I know there are some that like aren't that different from the original, or some people don't like the shiny versions. I've definitely come across shinies just in the wild and been able to catch them, but I've never gone and hunted for one or done any resets for one. Yeah. Oh wow. That's lucky. Like accidental shinies. And yeah, like when you get one, you'll be like, okay, well I can do it for this one. Or like, oh, I really like this one, or I really like the color on this shiny, I want it. And yeah, I think yeah, there's games that have, mechanics that make it easier to catch. I think, was it Legends? Legends had like a system that made it easier. I don't remember. Because like I don't hunt them like myself, so I don't remember the strats and stuff. But I remember, I think one of the like more quote unquote more recent ones had a mechanic that made it a bit easier. I think that's when like I thought about it, or like I tried a little bit and I was like, I don't really need it. So is that, RNG grind. Looking for that one thing that you want in the game, and the game's not giving it to you, but I'll give it to someone. Like, it's always a thing of like, if you're hunting for a shiny and you're just not getting it, you'll have a friend who's like, oh yeah, I was just playing normally and then I found a shiny just randomly in the wild. Oh, that's cute. Kirby, right back at you. It was a good time. And Escargoon just sounds like a Pokemon name, if it's not already. For it, like, because Monster Hunter is very multiplayer, it's always like, oh, I need this gem and I need to hunt this monster to get it, but it's like a 10% drop or whatever. And then you do it and you go with your 3 friends and everyone gets one but you. I remember like villager hunting in Animal Crossing. Like going to the islands and trying to get one that you want to come to your island to show up. So hey, we all love a good gameplay loop. Man, I did not draw this rough very well. I'll just do that. made problems for future me, and now I am future me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Probably. Shut the line. Oh, these ugly little hands. Ugly little hands. going on with that one? Resizing because I always run things too big. I'm sort of looking forward to the weather getting a bit warmer, but not looking forward to the allergies that come with it. I'm just copying and pasting this photo because the size consistency is going to be an issue if I don't, I think. Almost there. Whoop. Connect, connect. 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 And it's a little clunky, but so far it's okay. I drew a line and erased it. Oh, is it? Is it? Is the audio like bad? It sounds fine on my end, but if it's not, let me know. I can at least, just turn off the music or something if it's like skipping. Is that like what's going on? Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Sorry about that. It was fine for me, so yeah, I don't know. Might have been something connection thing maybe. Safe. Now we go back and do all the details I didn't want to do in the first place. Thinking about it, it might have been on my end because my cable, like my headphone cable that I'm plugging in both to my mic and in the headphones, I think it's gotten a little loose, so it might have been like a wiring connection thing, internet connection thing. see. There's something. Oh, here. Oh, why did I do these little ribbons? Okay, we'll do the easy stuff first, at least. Oh, we have a bunch of extra layers we don't need. Oh. What? I see. I switched them. Stuff that's like that moves around a bit. I'll do that all at once. I'm sure of the movement. I'll do those ribbons later. Accidentally created so many extra layers. Like a little sense of movement on even the small parts. No, it's not really like just a sense of being lazy or not wanting to do it, but I do imagine like the skirt to be kind of like very stiff and not moving like in the way that like an idol or like a dance, like a tutu kind of thing where it's the material is actually quite like stiff and that's why it sticks out. So I don't imagine it like ruffling and like floating around back and forth too much. If you're wondering about that. Said that and did it on the wrong layer. Okay, we can just paste that. A little too low. Feel about those ones. Oops. Forgot to draw the little heart. What else would I want to finish? I probably won't one for too much longer since I know people's time zones it might be pretty late. And it's afternoon for me, but I'll want to eat something. But I think I made pretty good progress. I'm pretty much done with the lines on the whole first part. That's nice. I'm dropping it into the camera. See how that looks. That's like jerking on purpose because the cameras aren't set up for this. That looks alright. For now, they're probably tweaking that needs to be done. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty cute. Yeah, like I said on Twitter, this is kind of like a birthday present for myself because I wanted to animate something with a little more movement and kind of cute. But also because like I love idols, and so I wanted to give my person Allie a little idol outfit as a birthday present to her, I guess. Even though I can't sing or anything. I'm better dancing than singing, so. And I'm excited to do the second part. I have to do the ribbons on the bow, and I just like fix up the socks on the ribbons and stuff. That'll be it for the first part, and then but I think that'll require a bit more like, oh, thank you. Here, I'll just put on. Let me save this. Let me put this on the camera. And I will up that so you can see it. And all the different colors that I used to draw for no reason. I'll play that while I talk. Yeah. It's a little fast now that I'm looking at it, so I might do some stuff and space out a bit of the timing, or pad out a little of the timing to give it a little bit less speed. But I think it's looking pretty good. It's fun. It's definitely like fun to work on. Yeah, I just wanted to draw and animate. Yeah, I'm really happy how that turned out. Like that little like zoom in. I'm really happy how it turned out. It's really cute. I just wanted to do something like this because I couldn't come up with a reason to do it for kind of like what I was saying before, like fan art reasons of like or a different character that I had. But I was like, you know what, my birthday's coming up, so like why not me? Like I'm gonna do it. It's me. And I kind of just started with drawing a new outfit for Allie, and I was like, oh, this is so cute, so going for it. And I just like, I love idols and like the idol look, and Kawaii Tekomene, those kinds of songs that are about like, I'm cute, so what? So I just wanted to go for that kind of vibe, and I'm really happy with it so far. I think it's going out. Yeah, exactly. Self-appreciation is key, right? Like sometimes you gotta be your own Oshi. So hopefully, my birthday is Sunday, the 23rd. Is it that Sunday? I think that's Sunday. So my goal is to finish it by then, but I'm not sure if I'll make it. But that's okay. And it's just like a little project for myself, but I think it's also helping me a lot with like learning some stuff with animation, timing, and I like that. My biggest Oshi is me, and my biggest fan is me. That's like it's gonna be like my next chat description, stream description. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Yeah, I have shied away from using like the light table function in Club Studio because I think the first couple times that I tried to use it, it would just like kind of not like didn't work, but it was so confusing for me, just like all these different layers on top of each other, and onion skin and all those kinds of like tools. It just kind of confused me, but like as I was going on, I used it more on this one. I kind of like actually learned how to use it properly, and I think maybe it will be like a nice little showpiece. I think I will call it there, because the next parts that I want to animate next, like ribbons and then this kind of big zoom in part, is going to need a little bit more concentration and like brain power and stuff, and I would like to eat lunch before I tackle that. And I know it must be getting late for some people that are watching, so I want you guys to get some sleep and get some rest. And thanks for coming, thanks for watching and chatting with me. I really appreciate it, especially since I did not like have any notice for this stream whatsoever. I literally decided like, I want to get this done, what'll help me with my motivation, streaming it and publicizing it. So I put up a stream in like 5 minutes and no preparation, so I didn't really expect anyone, but thank you for coming and chatting with me. It was really fun. I hope you had fun. Hopefully I can do another one soon. I know I haven't streamed like this month at all, but we'll see. And then if not, I know I haven't been active on like social media and stuff too, but my February has been kind of all over the place, and I think after this weekend it'll calm down a bit. So, and I just recently remembered that I have Blue Sky, so maybe I'll post on there too, because I know people have been asking me like, hey, do you have a Blue Sky account or whatever? And I'm like, oh, oops, yes I do, but you just reminded me by asking. Yeah, and I have been thinking about, I know some people have asked me before about like what do they call it? Like multi-streaming or something, like streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Oh, you're all so nice to me. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it though. That's like super nice. Yeah, some people have asked me about like, oh, do you stream on Twitch? And I don't really know how to use Twitch at all. So like, I have to learn that and read up on it and check my settings and all that. But I have been asked that, and I've been interested in it, streaming on like multiple platforms, or doing more frequent and or like different types. Like I think playing a game would be fun, but I don't know what I would play. But Monster Hunter is coming out soon, so I'm also just like the type that I kind of get quiet when I play games. Like it's either, if it's like a long one, like an action kind of game or role playing one, I'll get up and walk around, or like eat or like get a snack or something like as I play. And I think that's just, I don't know if that would be good like stream material, but also I'll, I guess, lock in too much. Yeah, like gamer folks. Just like recently I was playing a puzzle game. Think like Cats Organized Neatly, like that kind of simple like sliding or like putting something together puzzle game. And the whole time I was just so quiet. Like there were people in the room with me, and I wasn't saying like, if I just do this and this and this. I was like dead silent because I was just going through it. I was like doing nothing but thinking about these puzzles, and I love puzzle games. I think I'm quite good at them, so it'd be fun to stream that, I think. But like I don't think I would be good at streaming games, because I'm just either too quiet, distracted, or if it's this thing like Elden Ring or Monster Hunter or something, like I will scream. if I am about to get hit by something that I should not be getting hit by, I will like scream. But I don't know, like maybe, and I'll talk to some of my friends if they want. I might maybe not a stream, but might do like a like record myself and then do like a compilation video type thing. I've been thinking about something. Yeah, I don't know. There's always like clips that I gotta finish and stuff. I know people are waiting for them. I'm really, really sorry. Yeah. Okay. I am my own Oshi and clipping channel and my own memberships. But yeah. So thank you again for coming and chatting with me. I will call it there. Get some rest. I will go eat lunch. And I'll see you next stream, whenever that is. As always, you can find me on Twitter, or like I will usually always do like a scheduled, at least, from now, 10 minutes in advance to the stream. So yeah, thank you again, and I will see you later. Bye.